Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Supergirl Season 2. Now this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 11 of Supergirl Season 2, otherwise entitled The Martian Chronicles. But before we get into anything else, let's actually watch the trailer.
The White Martians want me to pay for my war crimes. They're hunting me.
I'll protect you, Mon-El.
That's what we do. We protect people.
The only way to catch that thing is to trap it in here.
With us? It could be any of us.
What's that?
Monsters are real.
Supergirl, all new this Monday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
So wow, this trailer is actually really good and really gives me like vibes of like a classic horror movie, which I will bring up like later on in the trailer when it is relevant. But this episode, obviously going by the trailer, will continue on the story started in episode 10 by M'gann when she started having those psychic attacks, which led to the other White Martians learning of her location. Quickly before we get into the actual breakdown of this trailer, we will go through the episode synopsis just to give us a bit more context of what's going on. But if you are enjoying the Supergirl videos though, especially this one, be sure to leave a like on it to show your support because obviously it doesn't draw in the crowd like Flash and Arrow do. Amek, a White Martian, descends on National City intent on taking M'gann back to Mars to face her punishment as a traitor. Hank and Supergirl determine the best way to keep M'gann safe is to bring her to the DEO. However, when it is revealed that Amek shape-shifted into M'gann and is now loose in the building, the team realize he could be disguised as any one of them. So the trailer starts off with us seeing the human disguise of this White Martian, Amek, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled during the start of this episode for this dude. As you hear M'gann say, the White Martians want her to pay for her war crimes, and that's why they are hunting her down. Now it is unclear if we're going to get multiple White Martians or it's just going to be this one dude called Amek. And really throughout the trailer, I think you only see one White Martian, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Or they might leave it down the track in the season for more White Martians to come. Just hearing Jean say that he will protect M'gann brings the smiles on my face just due to the previous experiences we have seen between the two. The psychic bond scene from the last episode was one of the best moments and has really changed Jean's outlooks on things, especially in regards to M'gann. Here we see Amek shifting into his natural state of a White Martian. Important thing to note is that he is in the DEO at this point, as you can tell by his surroundings. So yeah, he is ready to cause a bit of trouble by the looks of it. Jean here says that essentially they need to trap him within the DEO in order to actually catch him. Which sounds obvious, but the only issue is that Amek, the White Martian, can just shapeshift into any one of them, which is what Supergirl essentially says. So it's harder than it looks. Now here is one of the most interesting parts of the trailer in my opinion, with Wynn going absolutely ham on a Bunsen burner by the looks of it, like something along those lines. It's interesting as this could be Wynn suffering from like cabin fever, if you want to call it that, but with a bit of a twist as he starts to like lose trust with everyone, thinking that they could be Amek in disguise. Cabin fever naturally has to do with like claustrophobia, but really they are stuck in the DEO. Wynn could suffer from that, but with a bit of a twist where he's like, thinks everyone is against him and everyone could be Amek. This scenario with Amek being loose within the DEO reminds me of John Carpenter's The Thing. If you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. It's a horror movie though, so it isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. But the scenario is pretty similar, like there's an organism that can shapeshift essentially, and he's let loose within an enclosed or isolated space. In The Thing, they're in like the Arctic, I think. Obviously on Supergirl, they're within the DEO. I remember my cousin showed it to me when I was around like 10 or 11. Yeah, it was too spooky for me, but I still watched it all because I was 11 years old and didn't know any better. I definitely had one or two nightmares over that kennel thing scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just YouTube kennel thing and just watch it. But wow, it like spooks me just even thinking about it now. So time to stop thinking about it. Anyway, we see Jean slam someone into the screens in the DEO. Now, it's obviously a stunt double, so it's hard to tell what character it is, but you would have to think it's M'gann or like Amek as M'gann. This does look like it's Jean or possibly both M'gann and Jean pummeling the White Martian through the roof, but it's sort of hard to tell. You would have to think this is towards the end of the episode, like it's the final fight. or it could possibly be the initial fight at the beginning of the episode when McGann first encounters Armek. Now this is pretty sick, with Jean knocking some sense into Armek. Once again, as you can tell by the surroundings, it's within the DEO. Now some may have missed this part, you might not have, but it went past pretty quick. But this is actually Miss Martian, or McGann. Now this could obviously be Armek in disguise, but I do think this is like the legit McGann who will rock up as a green Martian and actually take down Armek, or assist in taking him down, and then like assert herself as a green Martian and no longer a white Martian. But yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this episode. I love when shows like these like take an idea but add like a horror element to them, like not extreme horror but like CW horror, like what they can get away with. We did see it with Legends of Tomorrow earlier this season when they did like the zombie stuff, which I thought was really cool, and they actually did it really well. And I am expecting around like 1 or 2 jump scares in this episode of Supergirl, with the white Martian just coming out of nowhere. But they won't be too scary. We might not get any, but I'm expecting at least 1. I think we'll get 1 jump scare. So get your blankets ready, you might want to hide under them come this episode. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, it'd be very much appreciated if you could leave a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are you looking forward to most in this episode. I'm just looking at like the little play on the John Carpenter's The Thing. I think it's pretty cool. It's obviously what they're trying to go for, I think. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I'll obviously have my Flash stuff out later on today, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, guys, I'll catch you later, and goodbye.